Okay. This is flashback. Let's get right into it. Let's talk about knowing your surroundings on EVE Online. Let's start off with the biggest lie. HiSec. As it's easy to make money, it's not the safest place in EVE. Would you go maybe a month without one of those suicide gankers doing something to you? Yes. But you are more likely to be safer technically in null. And I know that sounds weird. Now, let me contradict myself right now. If you're starting out, HiSec is where you want to be. Anywhere else, good chance you will be losing money. To me, HiSec is 1.0 to 0.6. The only thing to worry, besides the random rat, which is the NPC that you fight here and there, is here and there, for some reason, overpowered rats. But usually you gotta go through gates for that. And you're not usually on a mission. Knowing your surroundings. Yeah. Local. Right now, I have 9 people in my local, including me, which is 10. If, let's say, someone committed a crime, that person, when I scroll down the list, will flash red. Or if their security status is below 0, which in HiSec you will see, will, well, on me, I see that it's like a skull, yellow with a skull in it. If their security is above, like mine is, it would be like a blue star. Star-ish. If they're pretty much no status, it's pretty much like a gray box with equal marks inside it. The only problem with HiSec and the vitamin pills is you get thrown through the tutorial ish. It's like less than 10-minute long, but whatever. That HiSec is a safe place. And for most parts, it is. But you can't take your eye off of it. Now, how to say this. There is really no way for you to lose money in high sec unless you go crazy. Like, I'm in high sec, and that's the top one is my bank account, over 500 mil. And that's the thing. I could easily make that into a billion if I wanted to, if I thought about it. But here's the thing, like, over I technically have played AE for years, and I have made mistakes in high sec thinking nothing, and I have lost a lot of money. I know that sounds weird when I say high sec is the place for new players. Technically, high sec is a place for new corporations too. And I'll get to that. But let's go to mid. Let's go to low sec. Now where is it? Over here, that's 7. There. To me, low sec starts at 0.5. Many people, even the game itself, says that's technically still high, but no. To me, low sec is 0.5 to 0.3, 0.2. Technically, here is where you would meet most of their a-holes, because they can just do what they want. Concord, which are the police, will come to your aid as soon as something happens. From 1 to 6. 0.5 is an iffy. As lower as the what is that word I'm looking for? Lower the security status, the less likely they can come. I have never seen them come past 4. And even at 5, I hardly see them coming to help. Now, low sec is where people usually stay at because of the second lie. And I'll get to that in a second. Low sec is an easy place for people to make money. Not as easy as high. So let's say more medium. If you're making money here, usually you're in a corporation. Because people will, not all, a small chunk will just attack you for no reason. Some will, how do I say, when they start attacking, be like, hey, pay me this much of money and I'll just leave you alone. I don't pay. If they're going to blow me up, just do it. To me, it's a waste of time for that conversation to happen. Because the time and the money you just spent, one, they can still blow you up. Two, that's more money you have to make back. Now, let's talk about the second biggest line. Now, at least with my experience, your experience probably might differ. Null. Null is anything kinda 2 and below. That's how I see it. People will tell you, to them, it starts at 0, 0. Let me see, do we have a 0, 0 here? I don't think we do. That's a little bit unusual. But, whatever. Yeah. And to me, when it comes to null, usually not a lot of people. And that means more freedom. But to make ISK and null, what the heck is that? Oh, that's that. How to put this? You need to work with other corporations. If you're by yourself, you are not going to make the trip from null to HiSec every single day. That would be tedious as hell. You're not going to make it, let's say, every hour on the hour. Again, that would be tedious as hell. What you probably should do is make connections. Just like random pop, hey, how about this and this and this? Because, true, there are corporations in null, high, and low that will pay you quite a bit to do mining for them, hauling for them, the stuff that they see as tedious, as boring, they don't want to do. And as soon as you find that out, pretty much how much you make to a point is up to you. And not just that, if they have a base, which they should, or station, let's call it, yeah, you could make their station your home. So if someone does mess with you and then pods you, which is destroying that little pod thing you get stuck in at the beginning and after someone destroys your ship. And that happens, you talk to them. saying so and so it's hindering you to prefer hindering you doing your job from doing your job. So at that point, that other player isn't taking money out of your wallet, it's taking it out of theirs as well. And the one thing you're going to learn about a corporation in null and in low, they don't like that. There's been times that they have sent half of their corporation after one person just to make sure this does not happen again. There are other YouTube videos on this. Now, when I started, you guys saw me brought up local. Back then, it was in low-sec, but now, I believe it's just in null that it, no matter what, people won't show up in it unless they talk. So only worry about local chat when you're in high sec, because I'm going to say in null and low, people won't show up unless they talk, and that's one thing. Because in other videos, people will tell you, "Oh, watch local," because that will tell you if someone is dangerous or not. It doesn't. I've had court members, because someone is neutral, think they're dangerous and want to warp back to base. I'm like, no. We're out here doing something. We have to do it. Like, later, I'm going ice mining. Like, no. We're not going to jump every time someone comes in and says boo. That will just hinder it. Now, there's something I wanted to touch on. What was it? Let's talk about starting a character. Now, no, what's not that. Let's talk about let's talk about my brain will work. Let's talk about Alpha and Omega clones. If I were you, I would try it. Try Omega. And if you don't want to technically pay for it, you can stay Alpha and work your way up to Omega. Yes, some of the ships will be cut off to you, but working as an alpha, you could easily go around that. Next time, I'm going to work through what you should do to make ISK. Right. Up off that. Where is it? Now you all have a nice time. See you next video.